The second half we did. Well, Coach got over the wall one more time. An old friendly rivalry. Well, they're awfully athletic, and they shoot the ball from anywhere. We're going to have to be disciplined in what we do. They know us, we know them. So it'll be a championship night, and we're going to have to play just as intense as we did tonight. But we'll be looking forward to it. I'm glad these guys get to play for a district championship. And we'll have a good crowd as usual. Good response tonight, wasn't it? Yeah, great crowd. Great crowd. It always is, but a little bit of extra flavor there because it's postseason. So there's a little extra riding on the line as opposed to the regular season. So, it was a great atmosphere. It was pretty. Enjoy the weekend. Get ready for next week. All right, thank you, Corky. Good job. And of course, Ken Smith, the head coach, for now 16 years, going on his 17th year at Friday Central High School.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence. Started not to give a f and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments. Faded way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness. And they saying I'm back, I'd agree with that. I just take my time with all this shit, I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, ooh, I needed that. And they wanna see me pick back up, well, where'd I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Tuck my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just mobbing like that. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. You gon' make someone around me catch a body like that. No, don't do it, please don't do it. Cause one of us goes in and we all go through it. And Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gon' pay it. Those my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. Yeah, they know, yeah. That the real is on the rise. Them other guys, I even gave them a chance to decide. Now it's something they know. They know, they know, they know. Yeah, I be yelling out money over everything, money on my mind. Then she wanna ask when it got so empty. Tell her I apologize, happened over time. She says they missed the old Drake, girl, don't tempt me. If they don't get it, they'll be over you. That new shit that you got is overdue. You better do what you supposed to do. I'm like, why I gotta be all that? But still I can't deny the fact that it's true. Listen to you expressing all them feelings. Soap opera rappers, all these sound like all my children. And that's who you thinking is about to come and make a killing. I guess it really is just me, myself, and all my millions. You know that they ain't even got it like that. You gon' hype me up and make me catch a body like that. Cause I live for this, it isn't just a hobby like that. When they get my shit and play it, I ain't even gotta say it, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. Yeah, they know, yeah. That the real is on the rise. Them other guys, I even gave them a chance to decide. Now it's something they know. They know, they know, they know. I be yelling out money over everything, money on my mind, mind. Tell them I apologize, it happened over time. They know.
We're here with Hunter Chastain. our post for Bradley Central. So, Hunter, how was it like playing varsity basketball for Bradley Central?
You know, it's a big moment in my life. You know, I grew up watching the Bears. You know, as a young child, I looked up to, you know, Terrence Oglesby and those guys on that team. And, you know, I always wanted to play varsity ball for Bradley. You know, and it's a great moment in my life to be able to do that.
All right. Out of your whole experience playing for Bradley, what was your favorite moment?
I actually have two. You know, one, beating Udawa in the district championship was a big-time moment, you know, just because we really don't like those guys and, you know, big-time rivalry. And then second was at MTSU this summer where Miles Morgan hid in Coach Smith's room in his closet and scared the crap out of him. And it was hilarious. You know, all we heard was just thumping, and we were scared that Coach Smith might have passed out or something. But, yeah, that was one of my favorite moments.
Thank you, sir. You know, me and Bron both, you know, we were talking locker room, you know, we're not going to let anybody beat us on our home court again. You know, we're coming together as a team, you know, we're not going to let anybody beat us on our home court. So there's no question about it, fellas. It was a tough ball game.
Matt Whitmire. What was it like to play varsity basketball for Bradley Central High School?
You know, it's just like coming to play for the tradition of the BCHS and playing for coach and playing with all these seniors. It's a great experience.
It was great playing for a coach that's like been there and done that and still wants to go back for more. And just the tradition, like Matt said, is amazing at Bradley. That's why we came to play here.
All right. What did the coaches teach you this year?
I mean, they taught us how to work hard on the court and off the court, how to be responsible as men. And we actually grew up a lot this year by them teaching us how to be men.
They taught us how, like, we're a role model to the little kids in the community, and we have to act right out in public and not act stupid because they'll look up and do what we do.
I feel the master. I feel them. Y'all ready? They ready? Well, come on. Well, come on. Y'all ready? They ready? We ready? We ready? Come on. We ready? We ready? Come on. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. We ready? We ready? Come on. We ready? Come on. We ready? They got a question about who the best. Basing on later track and hard to come to do the rest. Step in the way, multiple shots are going through your chest. You must have gone past the charges, boy, you was blessed. And I'ma take them out the game, y'all. It ain't no thing, y'all. You wanna buck, I rip you up like a chainsaw. The game's raw, boy, please believe it. Keep your Bible with you, cause you won't be needing Jesus. Beating for chart-topping hits. And RT ain't no stop.
Oh, yes, sir. It's a Cleveland Brother rivalry. Don't get any better than this, you know. We came out, played hard. Cleveland, they came out, they battled. Good game, fun atmosphere, and hopefully we were looking to come out on.
I'm here with Gerardo Contreras, a.k.a. we all know him as G. So, G, tell me, what was it like playing varsity basketball for Bradley Central?
It was probably the best 4 years of my life. It's just kind of crazy now that everything's over, but these 4 years have been really, really special, and I'm going to remember them for the rest of my life.
Out of all the basketball games, all the experiences, what had to be your favorite moment being on this team?
There's so many great moments. It's hard to pick, but let's see, probably sophomore year at CSAS in the Best of Preps tournament. We played against Grace and the Regional, I believe. Those are just two really good games that I played that I remember.
Right. So, explain the type of relationship, the chemistry you develop with these coaches.
It's crazy, man. I love all of them. It's so different than what I hear from a lot of different schools. Like, it's not really like a coach-player. It's like a big brother, like father-son type thing. It's really cool. It's great knowing that they would do anything for you. I love them, so I'm gonna miss them.
That explains it all, man. So we're done here with G. On to the next one. We're here with Miles Christian, our other point guard, 3-man. So tell me, what was it like playing varsity basketball for Bradley Central?
You know, I came to all the games when I was little and stuff since I was about 5, and you know, I watched all those guys like Justin Hare, Kellen Pickle, Corey. You know, even Coach Spangler. I used to love watching him play, and I just kept thinking to myself, I was like, when am I gonna get the opportunity? And you know, finally it's here and it's over. You know, it's bittersweet, but you know, I definitely enjoyed it.
All right. Miles, explain the kind of relationship, the bond you had with these coaches this year and the past year.
Well, you know, it's definitely different for me because he's my uncle, and as I came into the program, me and his relationship got a lot stronger, and I see him more like a father figure to me, more than an uncle. You know, I can go to him for almost anything if I need anything. And Coach Clark, same way, and even Coach Spangler. You know, I love them all to death.
Wise words from MC11.
Yo, come on, you know how we do. Come on, yeah, man. Yo, this is my house. Whose house? My house. Whose house? My court, my house. This is whose team? My team. Whose team? My dream, my team. This is whose house? My house. Whose house? My court, my house. This is whose team? My team. Whose team? My dream. Cause I'm the first one in the gym, last one out the gym. So when it's game time, baby, I expect to win. When I dunk, everybody like, where you been? I'm in the sky so high, no oxygen. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's Dwight Howard. Touch the cloud, make it rain like you just showered. I got 1 hour just to go hard. I go home, I go hard, then go home. I'm no coward. This is my house, my court, my team, my park, my heart, my life, my dream. I got 1 shot, 4 fouls, 1 tap, clock still ticking, and there's no time else left. I paint the picture like Sony. If you want water, picture Kobe shooting shots in the 4th quarter. I cross over like AI. May I please be voted most valuable player? This is my house. Whose house? My house. Whose house? My court, my house. This is whose team? My team. Whose team? My dream, my team. This is whose house? My house. Whose house? My court.
What was it like to play varsity basketball for Valley Central High School, knowing that y'all all played together for 7 years?
You know, it's a pretty awesome experience. I mean, play with this little girl over here, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Hunter, James, and Justin, Chris, they're all pretty funny, and it was a great experience, pretty awesome. Good coaches.
It was great. I mean, we've played together since 6th grade, most of us, and then he joined up our 7th grade year. And we played, we traveled, played. I mean, it's pretty much like a brotherhood now. We're all brothers come together and play. So it was a great experience.
They're great coaches. I mean, Coach Smith came in, you know, we redid everything where we were working harder, doing everything like 110% all the time. And it finally paid off for us. So, I mean, they're great coaches. I love them all.
And also, I'd say it pretty much taught me not to say something with 1.5 seconds to go in the game for state. So I can say that. All right.
Game plan. What was you expecting him to do? We expect him to come out, fire, and just shoot threes. This was Javon. So we kind of just like shaped his side and make sure he couldn't do anything. Like, so we consider him the head of the snake. So you just had to shut him down, and it worked.
This is my dream, and you're in my house. I'm all they got, they all I got. I'm all they got.
So explain to me how the coaching changed your life.
This is my team, it came out my mouth. This is my dream, and you're in my house. This is my team, they all I got. This is my team, I'm all they got. This is my team, it came out my mouth. This is my dream, and you're in my house.
So out of all the players on the team, who you remember the most?
All of them. I mean, I got a special relationship with all of them. Just spend the time behind.
Good interview, Chris. Thanks for having us.
Hello, Coach Smith. I'm here with your star point guard, Justin Houston. Justin Houston, we're going to give you a little interview, a couple questions for Coach Smith. First one is, what was it like to play varsity for the first time at BCHS?
It was a great honor to play basketball at Bradley Central. I feel really honored. I want to thank Coach Smith and Coach Clark and Coach Spangler for allowing me to play on such a good team. It was good fun to play with people like Darren and G and all my other teammates, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. So it was a great experience.
Explain the relationship that you had with your players. You know, all 4 years playing with them. Go ahead.
Well, these 4 years we've been really close. I'm gonna miss them. I can't explain like all the stuff we've been through. You know, we had our ups, our downs, more ups. You know, ain't really been too much downs, but I'm really gonna miss them for the most part, and I just want to tell them I love them.
What was you expecting him to do? We expect him to come out fire and just shoot threes. Especially Javon. So we kind of just like shaped his side and make sure he couldn't do anything. Like, so we consider him the head of the snake. So we just had to shut him down, and it worked.
Because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, let a picture connect. Never asking for someone's help, but to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artiste. This is 20% skill, 80% beer. Be 100% clear, cause Ryan was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryan had the stupidest verse. This dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he give that stock. 10% luck and 20% skill. 15% concentrated power and will. 5% pleasure and 50% pain. And 100% reason to remember the name. They call him Ryu.
Navy commitment, James Stovall. So tell me, what was it like playing varsity basketball for Bradley Central?
You know, at first, it's kind of like nerve-wracking. You know, my sophomore year I started in. He just threw me under the bus and threw me out there. But I appreciate it. Coach Smith, I appreciate it. I mean, it taught me a lot, you know, being out there. You just get more comfortable each year, and I guess by my senior year, I didn't play. But by my junior year, I was adjusted to the speed, and he prepared me really good.
Out of all the moments you have with these guys, what is by far your favorite moment?
Favorite moment? I'd have to say the Udawa game. You know, we showed our potential out there, and we showed how good we could really be as a team. And we capped it off. Justin came down, gave me a good oop, slammed with 2 hands, and we just overall we showed how good of a team we really were that game, and I feel like that was the best game we ever played.
Okay, Bryce, what was your favorite memory this year?
Well, we've had a lot of good memories, like beating Cleveland and won this championship, beating Udawa. But I mean, it's probably not my favorite memory, but it kind of just sticks out in my head. It was in the Christmas tournament. It was the second game against Siegel, and we had all played bad, you know. And coach was mad and upset. So later on, we go through all that, and we have to end up washing our jerseys because we played that day. And everybody took their jerseys to the coach's room. He washed them. And then we went back and get our jerseys later on that day, later on that night. And everybody got their jerseys, everything was good. And Hunter had lost his spandex. He was supposed to wash it, and he washed it, but it was gone. And Hunter was freaking out for some reason. He was like, "Bro, I switched the spandex, so we gotta find it." So me and him, we looked everywhere for it, and we couldn't find it. We were like, "Dude, I have no idea where your spandex is." And I started questioning if he even washed it or put it in the things to be washed, because there's Hunter and you know how he is. But we kept looking, so I was like, "Dude, let's go ask Coach Smith what happened to it." And so Coach Smith and all the coaches were over at Texas Roadhouse eating. Coach Spangler, Coach Smith, Coach Clark, they were all eating in the bar area. So we walk in there, and we see Coach Smith. Coach Smith walks up, and he's in a bad mood because we played bad that day and stuff. And him and Hunter's like, "Coach, I can't find my spandex." And Coach Smith's like, "What are you talking about?" kind of thing. And long story short, Coach Smith starts yelling at Hunter, and it was hysterical. And
all the guys were sitting there watching, they were dying laughing inside, but I mean, it was just a good story, and it was kind of funny to test this out.
So what was the one thing that the coaches taught you this year that you remember?
I mean, the coaches taught us a lot of things on and off the court, you know. It was more than just the X's and O's part of it, you know. I mean, they taught us how to be a good man and just have character about you and just do the right thing, you know, and just always just be the best you can be, whatever you do, you know. And Coach Smith always said, like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, to go home and hug your parents and tell them you love them and stuff like that, you know. And that, I mean, I really started doing that, and you know, appreciate every time that. So just so you take nothing for granted, because you're not guaranteed tomorrow and stuff like that. So I mean, it taught us a lot of great things.
Jump, a clock, grip on the pump, from leaving you in the trunk, somewhere prepared to jump, but I don't really want it, so you're acting like you're dead. I'm looking to my right, trying to see who's left, so you better watch it for I stick to the plan and be the next artist to run up in your stands, like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it,
You're with my fans, some of my best and brightest. I want to ask you guys a couple of questions about this season. Was this season different than any others to be a fan at the basketball game? Why was that? Are there any games that you remember specifically that you liked the most?
My favorite was the baby one because we had like this student function where we go back and
I like the Baylor one too.
Right,
We went
right.
live afterwards, so that's always just a session for us.
Yes, we always try and make the opposing team's players cry.
Exactly.
That is a positive thing.
whenever Caroline
That was huge. That was huge.
This year we also had a lot of stuff that we did. Like we created themes and whatever. What were some of your favorite nights that we did?
My traditional A-Rap bunny.
Yes, yes. Oh, can you do it? Can you do it for us? Oh, do it! Because I have no idea what you just said, like what you said ever. I would always just go, head off my head.
We get A-Rap money. We get A-Rap money.
That was one thing. And then we got you megaphones. Personalized megaphones.
and the game we all painted up for.
Yes,
The
yes.
Justin Bieber game.
Yes.
Those were always fun. Like painting up the guys and stuff.
They tried to take your megaphones at Cleveland.
Yeah, whenever they get through the roof, they phone
Yeah.
Me and Pitt playing a lot safer.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was classic. When you guys were underneath the basketball goal and trying to distract them.
That was the best
The whole gym was zoned in on the lightsaber fight right there.
That was awesome. Well, I guess, you know, we all have our favorite games, right? And for the most part, the entire season, even when we lost regions up there, you know, it was like, man, great game, we're going on, we're moving on, doesn't matter, you know, we've seen them again. I guess we can all agree on what the hardest memory was.
You want to talk about that one?
You want me to take that one? Well, I mean, the hardest thing about the Blackman game was that we were all right there. You know, we were all right there watching what didn't happen. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand basketball too well, and so I'm always looking at the players to find out what the mood is and what's going on. And I mean, I was looking at Miles Morgan's face, so I know what was and what wasn't said. And I guess the hardest thing for me that this season, being like the head of the student section, was getting on the bus after that and seeing all these faces. I mean, it's one thing to lose, You know, it's one thing to get beat fair and square and then we move on and whatever. And it's another thing even if you make a mistake, a personal mistake like that, and you're teed up for whatever reason, and then there's a lesson in that. But I guess the hardest thing that I found was getting on the bus and looking at all your little faces and having to be one of the first people in the world to tell you that life wasn't always fair. And I mean, I hate to use this word, but that sucked. That was the worst. And I remember because their fans had been so energized at the end of the game that they had come over and started yelling at you all.
That's another time when we really stepped up and had each other's back.
That was huge. That was huge because I remember going, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
There's about it.
Yeah, we've lost the game and it was unfair and look, I'm getting chills. And oh no, now, and I'm watching, some of the guys hold the other guys back. And it was like, please, I remember going down there with that big old poof on my head, looking like an idiot. I remember going down there and going, please just turn and go. Please turn and go. And what was so incredible was that you all did. You all turned and left and then proceeded to get in fights among yourself because you didn't want to take it out on...
You had to fight somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really normal, but I remember, Pip and Cody getting into it, and then within 10 minutes they had apologized to each other on the bus. But about the Blackman game, the thing that makes me look at it as more of a positive thing is that, okay, yeah, it would have been wonderful to go on and win state. That would have been incredible. But there's a team a year that goes through that. And they get that experience, and it feels great for 2 weeks. But I'll never forget that game. I'll never forget all of you kids on that bus. I mean, I went through something with you all that I haven't ever gone through with anybody. And just to know at the end that, okay, we're not real sure what the lesson is here, but we do know at the end of the day we want to be Bradley Bears. So, I don't know, thank you all for that. One of the hardest games turned out to be one of the best memories of my life in terms of support. So
it feels good knowing that you come to school and you have a family life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that don't have a home life, but when you come to school, your family, I'm gonna stop crying.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, we were all we bawled the whole way back. Do you remember me? I finally lost it. I was like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Oh my God, this is terrible. And everybody was helping everybody. But I mean, I don't know if you guys were all here, but I'm pretty sure we were all here. We didn't get back until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we all came to school the next day. And I remember that this is kind of like the congregating area. Everybody came in here, and it wasn't like we all crawled in a hole and decided to ignore it and sleep in. Everybody came here so that we could be together. I like that a lot.
And these towns all look the same. We just pass the time in the hotel rooms and wander around backstage till those lights come up and we hear that crowd and we remember
accolades are nice, but we want a team accomplishment, and that's what we got tonight. What a responsive crowd. Speaking of that tonight, I'll tell you what, I'll have to give it back to our football team and our student body this year. I mean, and it's been kind of a vice versa. Our kids, the football games this year were great, and then you see them just come in, and I think that's how this team is beloved by the student body. There's no big heads on our guys' teams. I mean, they're just kids, but they're part of the student body, and so I think that's why there's been such a response for our student body. But we're Bradley, and that separates us from any high school around this area.